Hi, if you're following me on X, then you would have seen that my 2010 Nissan Dualis Plus 2 model, the power windows have stopped working on the thing. They've got like a master control here. They've got like a lock out, so you can lock out the other people, the other passengers if you want. But there's a like a main window switch here, and I can operate any of the 4 other power windows, and they failed the other day. So I actually went through the fuse box down here, and well, this is one of the fuse boxes down here, and they're all those fuses are like I thought there would be a power window, you know, because power windows take a fair bit of power, so I thought there'd be a fuse for that. There's a fuse for everything else, and there's also a fuse, sorry, I've already put the hood down, but you've seen it in previous videos when my ABS system failed. So yeah, anyway, so there's more fuses under the bonnet there, and so I've checked them all and could not find a fuse for this thing. So I don't know, it must be tied into some other system, but I've checked all the fuses and they're all fine. And the symptom was that this actually lights up. So if I turn, yeah, you can see it, there it is. And it would dim, well, it would dim if I tried to operate any of the controls, and the windows wouldn't work at all. But anyway, I just got through the bonnet ones, like the fuses under the bonnet, like I pulled all those out, just made sure they were all okay, and they're fine. And I came back, and then I decided, okay, well, you know, I'll at least follow the wiring here, and all of a sudden, the damn thing has started. Oh, no, hang on, it's gone. Hang on. I swear, it was working a second ago. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Now it's working. So is there a dodgy contact in here? All of them are working fine. So I can only say I'm going to pull out all those plugs and, I don't know, check for corrosion or something like that. Oh, because we've had an issue. This car's getting really old. We're looking for a replacement. The door latch is not very good, not great anymore. Sometimes it like sticks open. We accidentally left the door ajar the other day, and it poured down rain, and all water got into here. So, yeah, that could be a thing. Anyway, you can see the motor down in there. I think that is, and yeah, so I think that, yeah, I might. Oh, no, now it's died again. Now it's died again. Hang on. Let me turn power off and back on again. I don't think there's a timer on it. No, it failed again. Great. Okay, it's now completely open, and it's raining outside, so I need to get this working so it shuts again, but yeah, there's something intermittent dodgy in there. Weird. Aha, I just looked at those 3 joints down there, zoomed in on the photo here, and it looks like there's been water ingress. So I think my water ingress theory was a good couple of weeks ago now. And so anyway, so the joints look okay otherwise, actually, at least on the screen here. So I'm going to go back up to the lab. I'm going to get some isopropyl and clean up this board and see if that makes a difference. But yeah, the wiggling of the cable, that's obviously doing this. There's something going on there. So yeah, I might have to resolder these. Yeah, get the portable soldering iron. Well, this is not an angle you used to see me at, but anyway, I got the camera from the dungeon there and the light, and I thought I'd get my iFixit portable soldering iron, perfect for doing something like this, but I've probably used this is probably the 3rd time I've actually used this thing in anger. I go to plug it in and, well, it doesn't switch on. It doesn't work, and I thought, oh, okay, battery's flat, I'll charge it. Nope. Doesn't charge at all. I put a current meter on there, I'm getting like 20 milliamps or something like that. It's just quiescent current. The damn thing won't charge at all. This thing is a battery pack and a little temperature controller. It has one job, and that is to power a USB soldering iron. And fail. So unbelievable. So if I plug it into an external battery pack, it will actually light up. There it is. It's lighting up blue, and it will actually turn orange and switch on. But oh no, there it is. Now it's switching on. But I have no idea what temperature it's set to, because you've got to have the controller to set it. It'll boot up to the last default temperature. So I don't know what temperature that thing's at. So what a fail. So I do not know why this thing is not accepting a charge at all. I'm going to have to watch my previous, plug-in USB, and I think it operated from the external USB, didn't it? But it's just like the battery's discharged and it will not charge up again. So there we go. Went back to using my old school TS80 iron. Works fine from the external battery pack. No worries. I can set the temperature on that. There we go. It's already at 350. That'll do. Yeah, let's do some soldering. I'll actually clean it up first with a brush and some isopropyl, and then we'll just retouch those joints and see if that makes a difference. All right, let's spray that, and it does seem to have some crud on there, so I'm gonna try and get that away. Although that might have been like the original flux from maybe hand soldering those connectors or something, maybe, don't know. But anyway, those joints look okay, so I don't think it's the joints, but I'm going to reheat them anyway. That's the bigger ground plane there. That's okay. Yeah, that looks good. Feed a bit of fresh stuff onto there. Bob's your uncle. All right, let's see if that's done anything. Okay, ignition on. Full brightness. Oh, no, it's touchy again. No, back cable like that. Yeah, it wasn't the joints. Oh, yeah, I can wiggle that. Yeah, that connector on the back seems dodgy. Yeah, I can put pressure. Put in pressure with my finger. I'll let go. Yep. On again. Yep. There we go. I can make that come and go as I please. So it's that connector at the back. And these are really unusual switches. I get my fingernail in there, that I can hear the window moving on the other side there. So these are top mount, top sliders. This one here is there we go, boom, and up and down. Yeah, and center off. Weird, huh? And I think I figured out how to do this. I think it's a push in. Yep. There we go. That's a push in thing. Okay, interesting. So that's a blade. Oh, that opening there is bigger than the others. Is it supposed to be like that? Don't know. Don't know if you're going to be able to see down in there, but the terminal on the right there, that one with the bigger opening like that seems a little bit corroded. A little bit, it's discoloured compared to the others. So yeah, I'm just going to get in there, see if I can clean that. It's deep down, but I'll give it a go. So yeah, I reckon it's just a dodgy contact on there. That's all. Unbelievable. Don't even know how to get those out. Can you get individual ones out? I'm not sure. Might have to get a contact. I think I might have all that crud is coming off there. I think I might have a better contact cleaner up in the lab. Yep, I got some contact cleaner lube. That'll do. That's what she said. So we'll give that a whirl and see if that makes any difference. And in there as well. See if I can get some bristles in there. Maybe. I could actually take the whole thing apart, couldn't I? Hard to see, but those contacts in there look okay. So yeah, I think we just have some corrosion up there. And this just clips around the board, does it? I'm amazed at the amount of complexity that's gone into, whoa, there we go. That's gone into a simple power window controller. I really expected this. There you go. Here's a relay. I really and micro, check that out. And I really expected this to be just a bunch of switches. But no, I can't read that from here. Oh, yes I can. That's an NEC 78F 8015, is it? And they've put some gunk around there, and so there's, you know, no, they haven't conformally coated the whole thing, but they have put some like blue conformal coat around there. Anyway, there we go. It's just got a little bit of crustiness on there. Sorry about the lighting down here is a bit how you're doing. I reckon it's that pin there. I reckon we've narrowed it down to that. But yeah, I did not expect to find any electronics in this power window at all. I don't know, this is like a 2010. It's not even the high-end model. It's like the bottom of the range, Nissan Dualis. It's now called a Qashqai or something, or they changed the name shortly after. But yeah, I did not expect that to find that sort of complexity at all, and the complexity with the switches and everything. Like, how custom are these things? And all the custom plastic moldings and everything. Wow. So I'll just give those a better cleaning. I think we should be good to go, I suspect. Probably just a couple of removals and insertions would have done it, perhaps. It doesn't, it just seems to be just a bit of grime in there. Might have had some water ingress. Don't know. I do know that all this got flooded during the rain. We left the window open and it poured down. So yeah, but it all still seems to work fine. It's just that intermittent connector. Just give that a bit of a scrape. All right, I'll put it back together. Ignition's on. We have a solid lead. And oh, nope, 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 nope. Wow. That ain't it. That ain't it. Is it a crimp? Look, I can make that lead. I'm like a variable human variable pot. I can make that lead go bright, dim, off, dim, brighter, 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 full brightness. I can only think it's a bad crimp in that connector now, because I cleaned the buggery out of those contacts. So yeah, bad crimp maybe. How do I open that connector? Okay, I couldn't figure out how to get that pin out, but I did use some, whoa, no, is it still there? I used some percussive maintenance and it's way, way better. Whoa, yeah, it's only if yeah, it's way, way better now. I'm putting in the same force on the connector I did before, and I think it's fixed. It may be, oh, damn, look, no. What? Maybe I can cable tie that into place or something to keep it doing that, but oh man, it's better. It's better than it was. That might have to do for now. Yeah, I think I'll just like cable tie it out somewhere to put pressure on the thing, and maybe that'll do the business. So we'll see. Anyway, if I'm out in the field, I know how to just pop this out now, and I can just wiggle, 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 yeah, and fix it, no worries. So yeah, not a 100% permanent fix, but probably good enough for Australia. So I'm going to leave it at that. At least I found the culprit, which was rather interesting. So if you like that video, please give it a big thumbs up. As always, discuss down below. Catch you next time. Yep, she seems to be working now. Yep. Yep. So if I push that back in there gingerly, we should be right. Oh, no, there's a way this goes in. There we go, like that. Ta-da! And winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ooh, the lights in the car park just went out. Catch you next time.